Hey guys, it is Crystal Dragonfly here with our next video on animal signs, meanings, experiences. And if you haven't figured out by the picture at the start of this video, it is spiders. As I told you before, I wouldn't just pick one out of the blue. I'd ask the universe and the goddess what they wanted me to do it on, and they'd show themselves. So we did turkey, vulture, praying mantis. This week is spider. I've had all week long, probably last 4 days, and that's when I started thinking what to do the video on. Spiders have been everywhere. I sit down to go to the bathroom, there's one scurrying across my foot. I sit down and have coffee with my hubby, there's one running across the floor underneath his chair. They're everywhere. And my house is normally not like that, you know. Even though, a fun fact, did you know spiders are so numerous, it is estimated that we are always within 3 feet of one at all times. So look around. Within 3 feet of you is a spider. Isn't that cool? Maybe creepy for some of you, but cool. But I want to tell you first off about an experience I had. It was between my first, no, it was after Ivory, so Dill would have been 2, Ivory would have been 1. This happened to me. We lived in this little house, had spiders out the ass. We had issues with it. Well, I woke up one morning, and I had on my thigh a red size of a paper plate size redness, and my leg was like 5 times the size of the other one. I'm not going to go through everything what happened, but small story short is I got bit by a brown recluse spider. If I didn't, the doctor that I seen said if it would have bit my son, which was sleeping between my legs that night, you know how you cushion your blankets and get a little cocoon and they lay there, well, that's how, and he was sleeping between my legs that night when I got bit. He said if that would have bit him with as much venom as I got, he would have been dead within an hour. I mean, it was that bad. So anywho, I will show you now. I'm going to jostle the camera to show you my scar on my leg. Okay, guys? As you see here, it starts way back there and goes around. So you can kind of see. You can see where the stitches were at. I got torn and whatnot. Horrible, horrible experience. Horrible. I hope I'm still in frame, guys. So that was about that long. It was that deep. It was 3 inches deep, and like that long. You see how long it is. It's just now, I still have a little indentation in my skin, and it wasn't until the last few years when it filled out. I had this huge chunk missing. It was a nasty episode. Nasty. I'm allergic to everything anyway, so they think that's the reason why it was so bad on me, but there was a lot of venom. I mean, they had to go in twice to get it out. Bad experience. I will tell you, it's my first time ever getting stitched up without anything. I was in shock after that one. But another one of those experiences that make me who I am today. But even after that, I didn't hate spiders. I didn't go pick them up like I used to before. I was wary. For a few years now, they don't bother me. I've actually, when I looked up recently, meaning the last few years, it's been, well, my son's now 19, so it's been 17, 18 years since that happened, and since I got on this path, I actually did look it up, and what's funny was the brown recluse, the meaning that it was giving me was there was friction in your life, and your partner, there's things you didn't know, and anyways, it was right on the tee. The meaning of the brown recluse was right on the tee for what was happening in my life at that time. So when Spider decided to show herself here this week, I was thrilled. to be able to share that little story about, I still love the spider. I do not, I get spiders on me. I don't freak out. It was one of those freak things. It had to happen. And I look back now and think of how it affected my webbing in my life. It took me to the good place. So, anywho, let's get on with the meanings. Spider. In the tarot deck, the Wheel of Fortune is represented with the spider. Native Americans consider her grandmother spider, grandmother the creator, linked to past and future. She weaves new energies into being. That's why they thought of her as grandmother. In India, it's showed with Maya, weaver of illusion, so kind of that line between, the spiritual side. Greeks they put the spider with connections to the fates. I know you guys have probably seen Hercules where they're pulling the three hags with the one eye, sharing the eye, they pull the string and cut, those are the fates. It was the spider strings they were cutting. So, due to the spider's shape, because it is an actual, all spiders have they have two body parts. The head, two body parts. They're not just one. It is in the shape of an 8. It has also 8 legs. So, because of the 8 numerology so much having to do with the spider, it is a symbol of the infinity symbol, which is really big now, which goes with the wheel of life, flowing from one cycle to the next. But the trick is, in that wheel of the cycle, the trick is to walk those cycles. You don't want to go headlong. You don't want to fall off on one of those cycles. You don't want to, or one of your webbings. And the spider is there to teach us that. She has a web, and she can walk it gracefully and without getting stuck. So we need to remind ourselves, like the spider, in our life we need to be graceful, I think, to watch out for your webbing. Each one of us is the center of our own life. The universe is we are the center of our own webbing. We are the center of our own life. And the spider teaches us that too. She makes her beautiful web, and that's hers. That is her center, that is her universe. Our life, if you drew it out, keep drawing out, we are the center of our webbing, our life, our universe. Every choice, like me getting bit by the spider, reflected my webbing down the road. Still, because look, today, 17 years later, I'm talking about it. I am telling you all about it. So, in fact, my webbing is affecting yours. The spider teaches us to maintain balance between your past and your future. Our past is great. It's made us who we are, and it reflects our future, but we don't want to dwell on the past, and we don't want to get so bogged down where we'll do that in the future, we'll do that in the future, we'll do that in the future. So the spider teaches us to find that balance. I'm trying to see here. Yeah, spiders, we are the keepers and the writers of our own universe, our own destiny. We weave it every day, every choice, everything is woven. The key spider, when I was doing my research, and I used several books by, Nature Speaks, Animal Signs, and Nature Speaks. I also used the web, looking up information. The thing is, the spider has so many interpretations, which really, most of the things, animals, insects, most of them have tons of interpretations. There are a few that are very, boom, right on. They're all the exact same. So you kind of need to As with everything, look to yourself what it means to you. Its symbolism has both light and dark with the spider. She's reflecting all the faces there are in life. We have many light aspects in our life, and we have many dark. We have many faces. The spider has been long associated with death and rebirth, and of course, very much a very strong female persona, a female association, especially considering almost all female spiders kill and eat the male after sex. You know, we have some reflection there. Which one? There ain't one of us out there that didn't want to kill one of our significant others at one point in time. I mean, we've all thought of it. That's our dark side. You know, the lighter side is we didn't do it. Well, maybe a couple of you did, but you know what? I'm not going there. Of course, this spider also reminds us they are constantly building and weaving new webs. They are constantly building and weaving new webs. Through your life, you're going to be constantly building your own life, your own web. That one may fall apart. You may have to start another one. But they're all intertwined. Of course, for me, the spider is very, very delicate looking. I mean, you know, the big tarantula ones. You held it in your hand, you dropped it, it would die. It would fall and die. You would kill it. Even though as big and as scary it is to some people, spiders are very, very delicate. But they have a combination of gentleness and strength. And they've used all those, the delicate, the gentleness, the strength, their lethalness, their poisonness. They've learned to combine all of that into their survival, to make their survival last. Most spiders only live, I think, 2 to 3 years is what most spiders live. But for me, as delicate as they are, they're also very, we hit on a little bit earlier, agile. Because they, you know, it'd be like us trying to walk a tightrope everywhere we go. But that's them on their webbing. They're walking like us would be a tightrope. So agile. And did you know the spider's webbing, the whole thing actually isn't sticky. I did not know that. The whole webbing is not sticky. Only certain areas is for her to catch her prey. So she don't walk on those sticky areas, for she don't get caught up in it. So, you know, there's a meeting there. Watch where you walk. You know, don't get caught up in your own, your own makings. Let's see here. So, everything that we learned from the spider, the meanings for ancient, other cultures and ours, it's a life and death. The spider walks between life and death. Spider walks between the sleep and the wake. Being awake in your dreams. It walks between the physical and the spiritual. And so if you are wanting help, spiders are experts in walking in between the world, in between, the night and dark and day and everything. They're one you could call upon to help you. And also all spiders, every single one out there, are poisonous. Because that's how they eat their meals. They whack on, they put their venom in them. Most of them make it to where it liquidizes in their body before they can eat the bug up that way. Not all of them are poisonous to us. Most, like if you got bit, it's like a skeeter bite. Something like that. But every single spider, and my research says that they're all poisonous. Keywords for spider and looking up is creativity, obviously. I mean, look at the beautiful webs that they create. Weaver of life, the fate. Patience, female energy we hit on. Of course, creativity. Shadow of self, dark aspects of life. Those are all things that I found that were kind of the main hit points on spider. For me, patience, because she is patient sitting there waiting for her prey to come. If you do get if you find spider is in your life. You know, you've asked for some signs, and there she is. She keeps coming. Or if you get bit like I did, you better wake up. But, you know, spin your web, weave your plan, and be patient like her. Be patient like the spider. Let things come to you. And don't force them. You know, the spider, there are a few that go chasing off their prey, but most of the spiders, they wait. They're patient. You know, they lay their plans down, they lay their web, and then they wait for people, they wait for their lunch to come to them, you know. So that's something, if it is coming to you, you need to think about. If also spiders appearing to you, it's to help you realize what will work most effectively for you. Pursue things the way she does, and you'll be likely to succeed. So, patience. Do your plans, but sit back and wait for your web to work, basically. And also, trust your feelings if the spider's around. If you put out your column about something, not understanding something, feeling something, whatever your question was, and spider comes to you, trust your feelings. Not what you see or what you hear, but what you feel. That is a big one. Be true. It might not be a true communication if you're not feeling it, it's not right. Which, in my opinion, in my book, for everything, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. But sometimes people need whacked upside the head or bit on their leg to leave, you know, a huge horrendous scar for the rest of their life. You got to be whacked upside the head or bit sometimes. That's it. I'm bad with the good guys. That's balance. I think to end it, be mindful of your choices, because in your own web, it will affect the future. I like spiders. I think they're neat. I've had some, like I said, you've seen my scars. So I will say the path that I was going down to switched me into, I became a CNA. I was working waitressy jobs at that time, in between, you know, staying at home. Because that happened, I reconnected with my mom and dad, got a better footing. Life turned around for me. I got away from those darker places into the light. So it did. It was a wake-up call. So, and since then, like I said, I'm telling you guys about it. So I'm weaving into all of your webs. Happiness to you. Hope you enjoyed this. Leave some comments in underneath. Tell me about your spiders. Find sightings. How you feel about them. You know, for me, it's patience. Patience and creativity and in between. That is for me for the spiders. Bye, guys.